Hello again.
I have to ask you something.
Yes, we're still talking about Shavuot, right?
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
Still on Shavuot. I
All
wanted
right.
to ask you, my life is surrounded with people who converted to Judaism, like once, twice, 3 times. And I recently read an idea that on Shavuot we all became converts.
Right.
So, question 1, what were we before? What were we converting from? We weren't pagans, right? What were we when we left Egypt?
Misconception about conversion.
Okay.
Do you know where we learn the rules of conversion?
This is Ruth, I think, right?
Well, the Gemara Yevamos, the tractate Yevamot, we learn out the principles of conversion by the covenant that the Jewish people went through at Sinai. Now, its conversion is entering into the covenant. Conversion is that a non-Jew, who I consider them heroes and heroines, sincerely saying, I want to relate to God, I believe His Torah, I believe that the Torah is from Him, and I want to accept the mitzvot, and I want to enter into the covenant with Him. Now, at the Sinai, we first entered into the covenant. That's called Gerut. That's what conversion is called. So the Jewish people enter into the covenant.
So what was the criteria for that? Just acceptance?
Well, there was also the going to the mikveh and circumcision. The tract in the Gemara Yevamos, it goes through what the Jewish people went through to enter into the covenant.
Right.
And there's also on a mystical level that the neshama changes.
Yeah, I heard once, somebody said to me once that they had heard that every righteous convert was received a new soul. And then other people
again,
say...
whatever means mystically is that obviously if someone is showing such a thirst for meaning, something is going to happen on the spiritual realms, so one would have to study Kabbalah about what exactly it is, but you can...
Well, we don't encourage conversion, so clearly you don't have to be Jewish to have a
It's not a question of not encouraging, it's a question of to make sure that the convert is truly making their own sincere decision, because once you make that decision, there's no turning back. So the idea of at first not, just opening up with with open arms and quote unquote encouraging and that would be unfair to do. But once a potential convert shows their sincerity, then especially if they're working with the Bet Din, then of course you have to do everything you can to help them.
So is it true that nobody stands in the place of a convert?
I mean, look,
what they say.
Thank God, in 30 years here, I've met the most unbelievable people who became converts, and their contribution to the Jewish people, to the Jewish community, is unbelievable. I mean, look, it's always been like that. The heads of the Sanhedrin, the great Shmaya Vavtalia, were converts. Rabbi Akiva, the great Rabbi Akiva, was descended from converts.
Really? I'd never learned
Yeah,
that.
look, Ruth. That's one of the reasons we read the book of Ruth, and more that the portion of the Revelation and the Ten Commandments is in the parsha of Yisro, right? Moshe's lost father comes to quote unquote convert, but that's the reason, because these are the role models of doing anything and going through walls if you have to for the relationship to God and Torah.
So I guess that means that you can start anywhere. You can come from any place. That greatness is available to everyone.
That's for sure. And look, and to those of us that are born Jewish, number one, we should always look to sincere converts for inspiration, because they are unbelievably inspiring. And number two, to always realize that again, Shavuos, the Jewish people, whatever level they were on, they went to a completely different level. Now, any time we take step forwards in our integration of the covenant, in a certain sense, we're like a little bit of a convert.
Maybe we should be a convert every day. You said, the last time we spoke, you said something about reaccepting Torah again, you said something?
No, Shavuos is the time to accept the Torah for the first time again. That's the way I look at
In
it.
an ideal situation, that would be every single day.
Every single
really.
day, right. As opposed to other holidays, which is it's like an 8-day seminar to focus in on something, but you're not necessarily expected to be on that level every day. With Torah, you have to feel it's God's Torah. You got to feel its power every day.
Thank you. Fantastic.
Have a great holiday. Have a great Yom Tov.